here at Göreme Open Air Museum today. We're all feeling a little sick. Ryan was throwing up 2 days ago. Isla was throwing up before that. We've all had low-grade fevers. Runny nose, cough. But
shits.
Yeah, great.
We're feeling better today.
Not 100%, but we don't want to miss out on any more time here. So, gonna push through. The baby's fine. The baby's the only one that's like perfectly fine.
Oh, he's a little runny.
He's a little runny nose, but that's it. No fever, no throwing up, so good for him. But let's get going. No pictures. Place is pretty cool, but you're not allowed to take any pictures or videos inside churches or chapels, which sucks. But you can get pictures from outside.
Religion was a big thing. So, a lot of churches, a lot of people come to practice their faith.
There's so many churches here. The entire open air museum is seeming like it's all churches. A couple little rooms you can walk into, but majority churches. Then you have rooms like this that you can walk into. Maybe these were like the people's houses. Oh, I can barely fit through this one. Another little house. Stairs. Stairs to the second floor. This one's a storeroom. Oh look, that must have been like their kitchen table. Table, a little bench to sit on. Cool. And you said that was probably an oven in the wall?
No, not that. There's like deep well areas. Typically ovens.
And duck your head to get in there. Steep stairs. we just finished up at the Göreme Open Air Museum. Pretty cool place. I don't think it's worth the price to get in though. Just the places that we've seen so far in Cappadocia were cheaper, and I think that they were better, honestly. But it's mostly churches and chapels that you can walk into, but the thing is they don't allow photography or filmmaking of any kind inside. There are signs everywhere, and in most of them there was also an employee sitting in there watching you, so you couldn't take any pictures with your camera or your phone. But a lot of the churches and chapels still had the original paint in them, with paintings of Jesus and the saints and the Virgin Mary, so that was pretty cool. There's one church, the Dark Church. It's an additional entry. It's 130 lira a person, so you're already inside the open air museum. You've already paid, what was it, 480 a person?
480,
so
960 total.
So it was 480 a person. The kids were free. I think that's pretty expensive. And then you pay an additional 130 a person to go to the Dark Church. That one kind of looked like all the other churches and chapels, but it had the most well-preserved paint and paintings on the walls. A lot of them, though, I noticed the faces of a lot of the people on the walls were scratched out or eroded. Some of them like truly looked like they were scratched out. A lot of it was eroded over time. It's just faded away or whatnot, but specifically a lot of the faces were missing, and some of them did look like they were like scratched out or carved out. So I'm wondering, maybe I can look up some information on that and see if there's a reasoning for that. But there were some other little rooms, probably people's houses where they lived. There were long stone tables that were probably in their kitchens with seating. And there were some signs telling you what the places were and some information about them. There were a lot of guided tours, and when we walked in, there were people offering tours. But as you know, we usually don't pay for the tours just because of the kids, because we did have to stop a lot for them. Isla was in a terrible mood the entire time. She basically cried through the entire thing. It took us 30 minutes just to get from the parking lot into the museum through the entrance, and not because it was that far away, because she was just whining and crying the entire time. And it took a lot of negotiating with her to get her to stop crying. I think she's just tired. She wanted to take a nap. So now we've driven just a few minutes down the road to Love Valley. It's another valley in the area. Cappadocia is full of these beautiful valleys. This one specifically is called Love Valley because of the phallic formations that you can see here, that we'll see in just a minute. All right, so Ryan says he has a theory about the scratched out faces in the chapels.
So we're gonna look it up, but my theory is that with the change from Christianity to Islam, that people had messed with the faces and like displeasure with the showing of other religious figures.
That's what I thought, because I've seen that in other churches where you move to a different faith, or when people take over the land.
The whole Christianity to like the Ottoman and back and forth. The Ottoman Empire
it was mostly the faces on the lower half that you could actually reach. The ones that were on the ceiling were all intact.
Right.
So we'll look it up. So apparently we didn't do enough research ahead of time, because we just put the GPS to Love Valley and it took us to this parking lot that we paid 20 lira to enter, and there was no access down to the valley. There was no trail here. This was not the trailhead. We had the kids all loaded up on our backs. We walked around and it was just a bunch of shops, a bunch of photo spots where they had swings There were some camels and horses that you could take pictures with. Just like a good viewing point from above the valley. It looked like a lot of the tour buses were stopping there. So that's probably the spot that the tour buses and the tours around here will take you to. They'll stop there. They'll let you have some free time to walk around, take your pictures with the swings and all the beautiful little viewpoints up there. So that was it. So there's no trail. So we're not taking a hike today. Gonna skip that and go back to the Airbnb and rest, and hopefully we feel even better tomorrow and really hit a few more things then. So there's the trailhead. We're just driving by it now on the way out.